Want to speak real Hebrew from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at HebrewPod101.com.
Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד. Hi, I'm Yana. It's a pleasure to meet you. In this lesson, you are going to learn how to introduce yourself in Hebrew. In Hebrew, there is no formal and informal language. You can use this introduction in both cases and keep it simple. However, in Hebrew, there is a difference between male and female language. Let's first see how Israeli people introduce themselves in a simple way. Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד. Hi, I'm Yana. It's a pleasure. Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד. Start by saying Shalom, אני, then saying your name. Shalom, אני Yana. Finally say נעים מאוד. Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד. And now let's see the same sentence if you wish to be more specific in addressing the person you are introduced to. If you're introducing yourself to a woman, you should say, Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד להכיר אותך. Hi, I'm Yana. It's a pleasure to meet you. Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד להכיר אותך. If you are talking to a man, you should say, Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד להכיר אותך. Hi, I'm Yana. It's a pleasure to meet you. Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד להכיר אותך. So, what has changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a close look at this together. The last part of the introduction has been changed based on the gender of the person you are talking to. Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד להכיר אותך. For a woman, versus Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד להכיר אותך. For a man. אני, in this case, has not been changed, and in both cases stands for I am, regardless of your gender. The last sounds of the last word changes, however. אותך, if you are talking to a woman, and אותך, if you are speaking to a man. One more time. The simple way to introduce yourself in Hebrew is Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד. In case you want to personalize the greeting, you say Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד להכיר אותך. Shalom, אני Yana. נעים מאוד להכיר אותך. Now it's time for Yana's insights. When you introduce yourself, it's a good habit to shake hands in Israel. If you don't want to worry about using the right word for men and women, just say נעים מאוד, as I said at the beginning of this lesson. There is no cultural importance if you add the last part to the introduction. It just makes the sentence more complete.
שלום.
שלום.
מה שלומך?
בסדר, תודה. שלום, קוראים לי טל.
שלום. אני יעל.
נעים מאוד.
נעים מאוד גם לי.
In this lesson, we are going to learn how to use good manners as we thank people. אתם מוכנים? Are you ready? אז בואו נתחיל. So let's start. There are several ways to thank someone. Let's start with the easiest. It's just one word. תודה. תודה. תודה means thank you. When saying thank you very much, you just need to add רבה. תודה רבה. תודה רבה. רבה means a lot. So תודה רבה is like saying thank you very much. During the last lesson, we mentioned two ways of addressing someone, depending on his or her gender. תודה or תודה רבה can be used with anyone. But in case you want to personalize the greeting, there is another phrase you should use. If you want to thank a woman, you say תודה רבה לך. תודה רבה לך. Now, if you want to thank a man, you say תודה רבה לך. תודה רבה לך. Let's break this phrase down. לך means something like to you when you're talking to a woman. תודה רבה לך is thank you very much. לך is to you when you're talking to a man. תודה רבה לך is thank you very much. How do you answer? It's easy. There are two ways to answer. The first one is simple. You're welcome. בבקשה. בבקשה. It's the simplest way to answer. But it is more polite to say אין בעד מה. אין בעד מה. Its literal meaning is it's nothing, and it is a common and polite way to respond to someone thanking you. So when someone is saying תודה or תודה רבה to you, we can simply reply with בבקשה or אין בעד מה. Now it's time for Yana's insights. If you are not sure about whether to use תודה רבה לך or תודה רבה לך, keeping it simple is always your safest bet. תודה can be used with just about anyone, anywhere, and anytime.
ברוך הבא. כנס בבקשה.
תודה. הנה מתנה קטנה ממני. בבקשה.
תודה רבה.
בבקשה.
אאו. סליחה,
מה?
כף הרגל שלי.
או, סליחה.
ערב טוב.
שלום. אפשר לקבל תפריט?
ודאי.
סליחה. אפשר כוס מים בבקשה?
מיד.
סליחה. אפשר להזמין?
כן.
Want to speak real Hebrew from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at HebrewPod101.com.
In this lesson, we'll learn some of the most common greetings used in Israel. אתם מוכנים? Are you ready? אז בואו נתחיל. So let's start. The most used greeting is Shalom. Shalom. We also saw it in the first lesson. Shalom simply means hi or hello. It can also mean goodbye. We use it when we meet, but also can use it when we part. Shalom means something like peace, so it makes the greeting very special. It is common to say shalom in both informal and formal situations, and at any time of the day. In the morning, you can also greet people with Boker Tov. Boker Tov, which means good morning. Boker is morning, and Tov is good. During the evening, we also say Erev Tov. Erev Tov. Erev is Hebrew for evening, so Erev Tov means good evening. Boker Tov and Erev Tov are used when we meet someone, but when we leave, we don't say them again. Another way to say goodbye in Hebrew is lehitraot. Le-hit-ra-ot. It is actually more common to use lehitraot than shalom when leaving. But most people in Israel just say bye. Bye! Now you can greet people in many different ways in Hebrew. Let's review them all again. When meeting people in formal and informal situations, shalom. In the morning until the afternoon we say boker tov, and in the evening erev tov. When living in any situation, lehitraot, or simply bye. It's easy, isn't it? Now it's time for Yana's insights. In formal situations, Israeli people commonly greet each other by shaking hands. On the other hand, if we meet someone we are very friendly with, we kiss each other on one cheek. Don't be afraid to do it with your Israeli friends. It's normal.
You are at a train station where you're attempting to buy an express ticket from a ticket machine. Which option should you choose for a round-trip ticket? Which option should you choose for a round-trip ticket? The option on the bottom left is for a round-trip ticket.
כרטיס הלוך וחזור.
You are at a train station where you've just bought an express ticket. Which train car, row, and seat number are you in? Which train car, row, and seat number are you in? The ticket says that you're in train car number 1 in the 8th row in seat C.
בכרטיס כתוב שאתה יושב בקרון מספר 1, בשורה השמינית, במושב C.
You are at a train station where you're reading the train schedule for an express ticket that you've just bought. On which days are there no express trains running? On which days are there no express trains running? There are no trains running on Shabbat and on holidays.
אין רכבות מהירות בשבת ובחגים.
You are on a platform at a train station where you're waiting for your train. Suddenly, a message appears on the display. What does the message on the display mean? What does the message on the display mean? The display reads, "The next train will not stop."
הרכבת הבאה לא תעצור.
You are at a train station where you're looking for the best exit to catch a taxi. Which exit should you take to get to the taxi rank? Which exit should you take to get to the taxi rank? You should take the east exit in order to get to the taxi rank.
יציאה מזרחית.
Hi everyone, my name is Yara, and today we're going to do top Hebrew phrases. These are very useful phrases you're going to hear a lot when you come to Israel, so make sure to memorize them. Okay, let's start. Shalom. Hello. Shalom literally means peace, but we use it also as a greeting. Shalom. Ma nishma? How are you? That's a very casual way of asking how are you, and it literally means what is heard. Like what have you been up to? What's going on with you? Ma nishma? Toda. Thanks. And probably the only way to say it, we don't have like thanks or thank you, it's just toda. Bevakasha. Please. Bevakasha, it means please, but it can also mean there you go. So you can say, אפשר לקבל מים בבקשה? Can I have water, please? And when you give someone water, you can also say, בבקשה. There you go. סליחה. Excuse me. It means excuse me or sorry. So when you like push through people in the bus, you can go, סליחה, סליחה, סליחה. But when you step on someone on the bus, you can also say, אוי, סליחה, I'm sorry. להתראות. See you. It literally means to see each other again. So it's like, to see each other again. להתראות. It's also very casual. בסדר. Okay. This is a very, very useful word. You can say it when someone asks you, how are you? בסדר. You can say it to show you understand something. When someone gives you direction, you're like, בסדר. It literally means in order, like everything's in order. טוב. Fine. Most of the time it means fine. Literally it means good. A lot like בסדר. How are you? טוב. To respond to a direction, like go that way, please. טוב. Fine, I understand. על לא דבר. You're welcome. We use it as you're welcome, and it literally means, oh, for nothing. Thank you. Oh, על לא דבר. It was nothing. It's maybe a bit more formal than בבקשה. Most of the times when people say תודה, you answer בבקשה. You can also answer על לא דבר. It's pretty much the same, though בבקשה is a bit more common. בוקר טוב. Good morning. בוקר טוב, which literally means good morning, and you obviously use it in the morning. בוקר טוב. לילה טוב. Good night. So yeah, good night you can say when you leave a party at night, you know, you can say, okay, bye, good night, לילה טוב. צהריים טובים. Good afternoon. צהריים טובים. Good afternoon. You can definitely say that, but you don't hear it that often. It literally means good noon. מה שמך? What's your name? For a male, it would be מה שמך. For a female, מה שמך? What is your name? You can also ask, איך קוראים לך? Which literally means how are you called? And this is the most common way to ask. נעים להכיר. Nice to meet you. Literally, I guess it would mean pleasant. It is pleasant to meet you. And you can say נעים להכיר אותך for a woman, or נעים להכיר אותך for a man. איפה? Where? איפה התחנה? Where is the station? איפה is very important. You should memorize this one. אני מבין. I see. For a woman, it would be אני מבינה. I understand, I see. אני מבינה. מה השעה? What time is it? The literal translation would be, what is the hour? This is how you ask. סליחה, מה השעה? Excuse me, what time is it? אפשר בבקשה לקבל? Can I please have? אפשר בבקשה לקבל מים? Can I please have some water? And this would be the same for a male speaker and for a female speaker. אפשר בבקשה לקבל? איפה השירותים? Where's the restroom? איפה השירותים? Where's the restroom? שירותים is restroom. איפה השירותים? Another one to memorize. אני מצטער. I'm sorry. אני מצטער. Or for a female speaker, אני מצטערת. אני מצטערת להפריע. I'm sorry to interrupt. כן. Yes. You can use it in any way you used yes. Yeah, use it. Be positive. לא. No. I like this word. It has a fun sound, and it was my sister's first word. לא. No. בא לי. I feel like. בא לי. It's two words. בא לי. And it means I feel like, I want. And you can also use it as a negative. בא לי גלידה. I feel like ice cream. I want ice cream. לא בא לי ללכת לבית הספר. I don't feel like going to school. So it's very useful. Children use it a lot, but grown-ups use it too. די. Enough. Stop. It sounds really bad, but it's harmless. It means enough or stop. When someone is like bugging you, poking you, like, די. Stop it. Enough. Yeah. כמה זה עולה? How much is it? כמה זה עולה? How much is it? How much does it cost? מעולה. Awesome. Great. I guess maybe the Hebrew equivalent of the word awesome, it's מעולה. The masculine form is מעולה and the feminine is מעולה. Like, ההופעה הזאת מעולה. This show is awesome. It's great. איך היה הטיול? היה מעולה. How was the trip?
It was מעולה. Great, awesome. Okay, that's it for today for top Hebrew phrases. Thank you so much for watching. And what is your favorite Hebrew phrase? Tell us on the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye!
Want to speak real Hebrew from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at HebrewPod101.com.
Hi everyone, good to see you again. I'm Yara, and today we're going to be doing 10 lines you need for introducing yourself in Hebrew. So let's start. Shmi Yara. My name is Yara. Okay, this one is the most basic. Shmi Yara. My name is Yara. Shmi means my name, and it's the same for men and women. You should know, though, this is a bit formal. The casual way of introducing yourself is saying, קוראים לי Yara, which literally means something like, I'm called Yara. שלום, נעים להכיר אותך. Hello, it's nice to meet you. שלום, נעים להכיר אותך. Hello, it's nice to meet you. You say this when you're talking to a male. Otherwise, it's שלום, נעים להכיר אותך. אני מישראל. I'm from Israel. אני מישראל. I'm from Israel. You can obviously change that. I'm from Italy would be אני מאיטליה. I'm from America will be אני מאמריקה. אני גרה בירושלים. I live in Jerusalem. אני גרה בירושלים. I live in Jerusalem. I said the female form. The male form would be אני גר בירושלים. This verb, אני גרה, גר, it doesn't mean to live, like to exist, but to live in a place. So, אני גרה בירושלים. אני לומדת עברית כבר שנה. I've been learning Hebrew for a year. אני לומדת עברית כבר שנה. I've been learning Hebrew for a year. For a male it would be אני לומד עברית כבר שנה. אני בת 27. I'm 27 years old. אני בת 27. I'm 27 years old. For a male, אני בן 27. אני מורה. I'm a teacher. אני מורה. I'm a teacher. Or for a male, אני מורה. You obviously don't have to say that if you're not a teacher. אחד התחביבים שלי הוא קריאה. One of my hobbies is reading. אחד התחביבים שלי הוא קריאה. One of my hobbies is reading. This sentence stays the same for male and for female speaker. אני נהנית להאזין למוזיקה. I enjoy listening to music. אני נהנית להאזין למוזיקה. I enjoy listening to music. For male speaker, אני נהנה להאזין למוזיקה. גדלתי בתל אביב. I grew up in Tel Aviv. גדלתי בתל אביב. I grew up in Tel Aviv. This sentence stays the same for a male and for a female speaker. Obviously, if you grew up somewhere else, you can also say גדלתי בניו יורק. I grew up in New York. Or גדלתי בפריז. I grew up in Paris. Okay, so these were 10 lines you need for introducing yourself in Hebrew. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Hi everyone, Edith here. Welcome to Hebrew Top Words. Today we're going to talk about 10 phrases for bad students, which I'm sure you are not. Let's get started. להבריז, skip class. להבריז, skip class. אני רוצה להבריז משיעור ספורט. I want to skip gym class. The verb להבריז, it's kind of a slang. I don't think it has like any specific origin to it. It's just like made up. להיות בריון, being a bully. להיות בריון, being a bully. אני מבקשת ממך אף פעם לא להיות בריון. I'm asking of you, never be a bully. The hardest thing today is that bullying kind of shifted from being inside the school grounds to like being more online, which is so much harder to control and so much harder to see. It's not a good experience, obviously. I think this is something that should disappear. להיכשל במקצוע, fail a class. להיכשל במקצוע, fail a class. נכשלתי במתמטיקה, אז אני צריכה ללמוד בקיץ. I failed math, so I need to study during the summer. This has never happened to me, but I know it happened to some people that I know that they failed class in like junior high or high school, and they don't automatically just have you do the same grade all over again, because this is silly. You might have like really good grades in other things. So you might do some classes during the summer and like retake the test. And if you pass it, then you go to the next grade. Just okay. להציק, to tease. להציק, to tease. בחטיבת ביניים, הבנים מציקים לבנות. In junior high, the boys tease the girls. Yeah, this happens a lot in junior high. I think boys should be punished more severely for those kind of things, and they should be explained better, like, what are the consequences of what they're doing, because it has a lot of cultural effects later on, I believe. It's not a good thing. לישון בשיעור, to sleep in class. לישון בשיעור, to sleep in class. בשיעורי היסטוריה, אני תמיד ישנה בשיעור. In history classes, I always sleep during class. I know some people in India work for years to achieve that, but I have that naturally. I just go like that. לרמות במבחן, to cheat on a test. לרמות במבחן, to cheat on a test. לרמות במבחן זה לא מוסרי. To cheat on a test is immoral. I have to admit, did that once. But if you really cheat a lot, some people do that, or if you cheat on the big stuff, especially in university, it's very immoral. People fight for places in classes, and people who are not really talented enough to be there, then they shouldn't. לא לעשות שיעורי בית. Not doing homework. לא לעשות שיעורי בית. Not doing homework. אתה לא יכול כל פעם לא לעשות שיעורי בית. You can't just not do your homework every time. Don't forget, when you're doing homework, it's your teacher's homework to check them, and that's not easy too, and she has so much more to do than you. So just be gracious and just do them. עצלן, lazy. עצלן, lazy. כשלמדתי באוניברסיטה, הייתי מאוד עצלן. When I was studying in the university, I was very lazy. There's a tendency for people, even if they were really hardworking, like in high school and stuff, when they reach university or college, they get super lazy. Laziness is not necessarily a bad thing. They say that if you want something done quickly, then ask a lazy person, because they will find the fastest and easiest way to do that. It's true, lazy people tend to be a bit more creative and more innovative or efficient. Being lazy, it's not always a bad thing. It's just don't be a slacker. שובב, mischievous. שובב, mischievous. גיא הוא ילד מאוד שובב. Guy is a very mischievous kid. It's like a cute word in Hebrew and in English, it's kind of cutesy, but I think a lot of times teachers especially use that word as a bit of a euphemism to speak about a kid who's out of control. If the kid is out of control, just say dude, get a hold of your kid, all right? גנבה ספרותית, plagiarism. גנבה ספרותית, plagiarism. היום, בזכות האינטרנט, קל מאוד לאתר גנבה ספרותית. These days, because of the internet, it's very easy to find plagiarism. People back in the day used to plagiarize from the encyclopedia and stuff, so the fact that you even open the encyclopedia and just copy whatever was in there, it's a bit more of a hard work than just Google something and copy paste. But today, if a sentence sounds a bit too sophisticated, a teacher can just Google that phrase and find the source. So today it really doesn't pay off to do that. It's just so easy to find. Just be original and write your own stuff. So that's it, everybody. Today we talked about 10 phrases for bad students in Hebrew. Please tell me down below what were your worst habits as students in school or university, and if you were a bad student or a good student. I don't think being a bad student is necessarily a bad thing, but some people are. Yeah, so don't forget to like up this video and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to check out HebrewPod 101 for more Hebrew and more content, and I will see you all next time. Bye, להתראות.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.